All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahshua, Ba'ashim, Rakakadash, the bonus to the apostle and elders, a great millstone, peace and salutation to the brothers doing his work in sincerity and truth, the hopeful elect, the brothers that's waiting every day for Yahweh Shai to return so we can get out this place. Peace and salutation to you, brothers. I want to get into the, you know, as we on the highways and byways, you might see, ignorance, because ignorance is bliss with niggas. And a lot of times they don't really want to even hear things. They want to go on their daily life. They want to live in America and Babylon. They want to continue in the shit stew that they're wallowing in. The mire, the pig returned back to the mire. A lot of niggas came, fell out. Hard headed, stiff necked. Wicked. They want to continue in that. They don't want to even think about the power of heaven, the Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. They don't want to think about nothing but what's the next shindig they can get to, the things they can do, who women they can fuck. Let me excuse this, like any woman they can pipe ride to or whatever, and a lot of times they ignore us, and they ignore the prophecies that's being brought forth, because a lot of times they listen to Farrakhan, they listen to all these Christian churches, because it's a tradition, They turn their head up, They don't even want to listen, They call themselves prophets. They don't even read the scriptures. They don't even believe in the scriptures. They believe what has been said, So they turn their back on the word of Yahweh Shema Shah, but not realizing that the words is true, That's why men step out into the highways and byways, and they preach the mighty day of the Lord, and forsaking it, We can't do nothing. We're not gonna do nothing. We're not gonna sit here and just continue to, try to make you brother and beg you brother to learn this. No, we're gonna keep moving on. Through the Spirit, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai has only set a certain amount of men and a certain one third to get this, or just to receive it, or become the family members, or just the helps, that's going to receive and understand this thing. So let's get into the scriptures, man. It's going to be a quick one, It's all through the Spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, Let's go to Matthew's chapter. You gotta get your eyes focused sometime. Matthew's chapter 10, verse 13. Okay. Matthew's 10 and 13. Let's start at 11. It says, and into whatsoever city, town, ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till ye go thence. Right? So, only ones that's going to really be worthy is like-minded men that's really attracted to the word, that hear the song and the melody that the Habashim Shai, the song that the Most High is singing in these words. They are attracted to it, and not in the sense of the niggas in the Christian church. They hear it, and they hear the breakdowns as it turns them off. But the men that really understand this, which is a great thing in the Spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, there's only certain men that can hear the way these words are being presented. It says, for it is, let me read it from the top again. And enter whosoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till ye go thence. And when ye come into an house, salute it. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it be not worthy, let your feet return to you. So if you go to a house, that's what the scripture is conveying about. If you in the city or town, and you're getting welcome, if it's not good, hey, get the fuck away, get the hell away. If it's peace, hey, come upon it, be fellowshipping, prophesy, and it don't even matter. And these times, all these niggas reject us anyway. So we gonna have to continue and just do this work in his word. It say verse 14, it says, whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of it, of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. Right? Because it says, verse 15, it says, verily I say, well, let me go back to 14. It says, shake off the dust of your feet. If you don't, these guys don't want to hear, they rather, they don't want to hear what the Most High is saying, your words. Man, this, you can't force these guys to listen to what the mark of the beast might be. No. You got, because remember, it was Israelites knowing it was Israelites in this time. You know? And they didn't want to hear it. And they like, nah, they still don't want to hear it. So, hey, we gonna continue to prophesy, and we gonna just give you the old heave ho, because we we're men of action. You know, the spirit is keeping men like us into it. Lord willing, we can keep praying that we stay in this thing. You know. Let's read it again, verse 14. It says, whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in that day than for that city, right? Because you niggas is in some goddamn a big case. America, any city in America is gonna be crispy critters, man. We're gonna be burnt to a fucking crisp, man. And it's gonna be a big glass parking lot. You know, Most High is gonna make a big speedy riddance for this, and that's for the people that's in the land. You know, because the guy's gonna walk. These people don't want to hear the words that's being presented, man. They want to hear, what they say, smooth words. They want to hear it be lied to. You know, kind of, right? Because it's no, we out in the highways and byways, and it's you get all type of people, but really Israelites who ignore the message, you know, and that's really the Most High stopping their ears, man, you know, because if you're not saying word from TD Jakes or giving a prosperity doctrine, these people don't want to hear it, man. They want to hear how they can get money, and it's really a farce and a dream, because most of them not going to even pursue anything. They're going to wait. You know, they're going to wait till something fall in their lap anyway. That's how Jake is. A bunch of non-action niggas, man. I think 6 and 11 say the same thing, but let's go here. It says, and whatsoever not receive you in the city, and hear ye depart thence, shake off the dust. That's what we doing. Under your feet, and testimony against them. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable than Sodom and Gomorrah in that day of judgment than for that city. Right? So, the same thing was said in Matthew's. All right? Let's go back to Matthew's again. Matthew's 10 and 40. Matthew chapter 10, verse 40. All right? He said, he that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. Right? So if you, these guys, if, so Yahweh shall sit, Yahweh shall sent us out here, man, to do the will. You know, if you receive us and believe the words, that's saying you're one of his, and you receive the words that's being spoken, and you receive him, you know, and then you receive Yahweh if you do the same thing. He that receiveth the prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. So if you receive and believe what is being brought out, it's a great possibility you're a man of the Lord. You know, you believe, or you at least a help, or or elect. You know, or yeah, 1/3, because women and children, could be such. You know, And he that receiveth the righteous man in the name of a righteous man receiveth the righteous man reward. So you get a reward for believing in the word of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, but and taking on his men and believing the men because he sent them. And whosoever shall give a drink to one of these little ones, a cup of cold water, even a cup of cold water, and that's just by hearing the word, man, being baptized, man, by hearing the word, man. Only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward. So doing all that, believing, you see, that's why it's a brotherly thing. It goes into that, man. You know, being more brotherly, and that's what brotherly. Yeah, we got to ramp that up. Being more brotherly with each other. We believe, we know, if we believe that Yahweh Shem is, we got to continue in charity amongst each other, man. And that's all we got is the brotherhood, man. Okay? So, guys that's out here being selfish, man, get out of that spirit. Ramp that spirit up. Pray to Yahweh Shem shout fast. And hey, because we only got a short amount of time, man. One certain thing could save you. A cup of cold water for somebody that could just pass by who never see us again and handed us a cup of cold water, 50 cents something, could save his life in the impending doom, could receive a prophet's reward or a righteous man's reward, man. Just something so simple. And that's just by hearing the word. And if these guys don't hear it, say, shit, we getting the fuck out of Dodge. We getting the hell out of Dodge and we ain't even thinking about it. Or we just ignoring and wait till gonna keep prophesying. We're not gonna stop until Shiloh come, till Yahweh Shai come, man. You know? So let's go to Acts, because it's imperative that we really understand that the Most High has brought men like us together for a reason, you know. Let's go, because a lot of these niggas is wick whack, man. You know, because believing, it means believing everything. Don't mean believing that, oh yeah, but the mark of the beast, I don't believe that. Nah, you talk about believing, understanding, and sitting there and listening. These guys are not listening when the Most High got us breaking down the knowledge of the scriptures, man. They're thinking of what their leader said. But if they listen, the Spirit can work with them. But remember, we all know the Most High. Uh, hold on. I'll just go back to verse 6. Okay, it says, and they opposed, because these niggas opposed what Paul was speaking about, man. And, and he said, this is what Paul said to him, though. He says, and when Paul opposed themselves, and went to like in verse 6, and when they opposed themselves, and let's say oppose. Let's get to the word oppose. It says range of battle against, to oppose ones and resist. They resisted what Paul said. So, they resisted what Paul was saying, man. And then it say if they hear or receive a prophet, they could receive, and the prophet they could receive a righteous man's reward or a prophet's reward. They didn't even want to listen, man. No, some it's Israel is a jacked up people, but the Most High blinded they. Let me get that real quick. Romans 11:7. Right? And it says, then what has Israel have not obtained what he seeketh for, but the election has obtained and the rest were blinded. And it says, verse 8, it says, this is Romans 11:8, it says, according to as it was written, the Most High has given the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear until this day. So until this day, all the way to now, man, they still are not listening. The same ones from back then are not going to listen. The election, they were blinded and they can't see. So it's still through the Most High, only an election going to obtain it. All right? Let's go back to Acts. But the rest were blinded. Acts 18:6. We'll read straight through it. It says, and when they opposed themselves and blasphemed, he shook his raiment. So Paul shook his raiment like, nigga. and said unto them, your blood be upon your own head. So that's what we're telling these guys. When you're not coming with the scripture and the doctrine that's really being taught, that's really correct through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, you know, you put the blood on your own head, and you go because you're leading people astray. It's because you're not sending them a direct message. You say your own heads, and I am clean from henceforth. I will go into the Gentiles. Okay, so that's why he went to the. He said, "Fuck you, niggas. I'm tired." He shook his raiment off in disgust and said, "I'm out. I'm gonna go to the Gentiles." Shit. All right, let's go to Okay, Ezekiel. Let's go to. He said, "Yeah, but I think, and it's still, he still had. I think Paul still had to stick around for a minute. You know, he was pissed, man. All right, let's just start everyone. All right, this is Ezekiel 2:1. It says, and he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered unto me when he spake unto me, and set me upon my feet, that I heard him that spake unto me. And when I heard the Son of me, and when he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me until this very day. It's still been going on today, all the way today. You niggas is the same guys from back then, you know. For they are impudent children, a stiff neck. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord, whether they hear, or whether they forbear, for they are a rebellious house, and yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them. You're gonna find out sooner or later that there was prophets that standing out that look shabby as hell. And what's funny is, me and one of the brothers walking back to the car, and two Edomites pulled over us and asked us did we want any food, because we didn't look the type, man. We look like, because we had a lot of clothes on, because of the cold weather, so we looked like we was homeless. So they asked us did we want something to eat. Yeah, they always gonna probably give us some pork sandwiches or some shit. We needed not to partake in that wickedness and shit. I mean, with the wicked devils, man. We didn't want to have nothing to do with it. We just gave them a no and kept going, man. But they pulled over, thought we were homeless. So that was like, wow, But that's how we look. We don't look presentable as people might see, you know. So, uh, let me read 4 again. He said, "For they are impudent children." That's impudent, impudent. They're cruel, obstinate, hard, difficult, stubborn, stiff-necked, fierce, intense, vehement, stiff-necked, rigorous. Oh man, those are some heavy words, bro. The word is kasha, kasha. All right. Panya, give us talking about his faces there. If you're the children, right? Okay. It says, and whether they hear, whether they forbear, so whatever they do, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there should have been a prophet among them. They gonna know. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, because they talk shit as we go by, in their minds or whatever, though, and they mouth, though briars and thorns be with thee. So all the hell we go through, all the difficult shit we go through, but thou dwell among scorpions, be not afraid of their words. So we gotta say the righteous stand bold as a lion, man. Nor be dismayed at their looks, for they are a rebellious house. and thou shalt speak my words. And as we do, we continue to speak his words. We're not going to hold our tongue unto them, whether they hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. You know. But thou son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like thy rebellious house. Do this work, man. Quit being stubborn. The mark of the beast is what it is. I'm just bringing that up because that's the hot topic, man. You know, open thy mouth and eat that I give you. So eat this roll, digest it, and prophesy the whole roll. And when I looked and behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was written. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations, mourning, and woe. So all the destruction, the sourness we're gonna see, destruction of Israel going into slavery, Israel going into counter slavery, the slave ships, even up to this time, even the destruction. But shit, at the end, it's gonna all speak. You know, all the wood Yahweh Shema Shai says is gonna happen. So with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shema Shai, by Shema Karkadash. Peace, salutation to you brothers. Um, hey, shalom. You know.